Paul's a piece of shit.
Welcome to the Bass and Brews Podcast, your weekly distraction from other high-quality podcasts. And now, your host, Alex from Swamp Rat Fishing, and the co-hostess with the mostest, the Jabberhammer, Paul Roberts.
Hello, Brewskis. Before we get started, I know this isn't how we normally start our show. We have some serious news to talk about before we get started. We've had kind of a change to the show, and I want to make sure that you guys, the listeners, know what's going to happen from here on out. From here on now, I'm not taking any fucking bullshit from Paul. This motherfucker texted me and was like, I'm going to be fucking 15 to 30 minutes late, maybe 45 minutes. Fuck him. Listen, when I miss a show, he knows like a week ahead of time. This motherfucker texted me an hour ago. So you're not going to hear the broken glass. Why? Because fucking fat gout-having motherfucker isn't here tonight. So
toe slowed him down.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's got turf toe because he's too busy walking around with no fucking shoes on.
Hey. I think it's the Crocs, but whatever.
Probably is. Hey, we've got Wolf of Walmart. If you listen to the show, you know who the fuck this is. Because I'm going to tell you what, he has shown the fastest way to get on the show is make a bunch of inappropriate and hilarious fucking memes, and we'll put you on the show instantly.
Exactly.
Wolfman.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good,
dude.
Good. So, we're here. You're on Bass and Brews. You've got the better host, the actual host, the creator of the show. You know what I mean? Like, Paul's just the funny fat clown that I hired with White Claw Surges. So
you pay him in Surge. So the color commentary gets paid by Liquid. Good.
Exactly. You know, I tried once just to send him Surge, like the soda from the 90s, and it was too much for him. It was too much for his diabetes. He couldn't fucking take it.
Dude, that is a can of diabetes right there, dude. Straight up. Zantac 75 guy all day.
Dude, Surge was the shit when I was in middle school. And I don't know about you. I don't know how old you are, but like the rumors, this is obviously before cell phones. And motherfuckers are like, dude, I heard if you fucking drink 2 cans of Surge, my buddy who goes to the other school down the street, he fucking died, dude. There is so much caffeine in
it. So I know we grew up about the same era, dude. I mean, I'm born in '82, so I remember Surge in middle school and Jolt Cola. People were super pumped on that.
Oh,
like, you can't drink more than one. I bet. No, dude, I was that kid. I'll drink 3. Let's go all day.
I'll fucking crush them. I'll crush them all day. Also, before we get too far off it, nostalgia-wise, remember what was it? OK Soda. It was like that orange cola.
Oh, okay. So we didn't have that down where I was at, but I had buddies who talked about it because they were from out of the area. They're from more up north, and they're like, have you tried this? I'm like, no.
Dude, OK Soda with Monarch vodka, which is that vodka that you get like in a plastic jug. Those two together, dude, those were like very sketchy 16-year-old nights. It was amazing.
Dude, I was a White Wolf kid. White Wolf and Popov all day. That was my get down.
White Wolf? What the fuck is that?
White Wolf vodka? Dude, it will make you howl at the moon.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Dude, hey, if they're still around, we need to get this show sponsored by a really shitty brand of vodka. Just like a trash fucking brand of vodka.
Bass and Brews brought to you by Charcoal Filtered.
Yes. Fuck yes.
No,
Bass
speaking of the 90s.
By 99 bananas.
Dude, Mad Dog 2020 right here. Just across the bottom like an icon.
Fuck yes.
Dude, no, speaking of the 90s, did you get that little, the Weeple meme I sent you about Paul, the Weepaw?
Yeah.
Do you remember the little koosh balls at the feet?
Yes.
Dude, how come you didn't post my meme?
I thought it looked more... Well, because I was busy.
I get it.
I figured I'm going to save them. I'm going to save them for next week because there's no way you're going to meme yourself.
No, I'm not. No. I'll meme the shit out of you guys all day.
This will be the first episode that Wolf doesn't listen to at all because he's on it.
Dude, yeah, I will probably just delete podcasts off my phone for a week just to avoid it. No, no. Have you ever done? You guys have Big Red out there in Jersey, the
Yeah.
soda?
Well,
Okay,
not
yeah,
anymore, but not anymore.
right. So in California, no more Big Red. And when I was in Columbus to do the Dark Horse, I went over and met the Dark Horse dudes to the Columbus Fishing Expo. They had Big Red,
Hmm.
and every time I visit my sister in Texas, I just get cases of Big Red, dude. And I talked to the liquor store down the street, and they're like, "It's a gas station," and so they hooked me up. Now they put Big Red in their fridge for me and my son. So
Are
it's
you
kind of
trying to just destroy your fucking stomach lining? Like that shit,
nice.
that shit's awful. Did you say you
It's
have your son
delicious.
drink it?
Dude, we had a taste test between Big Red and Big Blue, and he thinks he likes Big Blue more, but whatever. I mean, dude, battery acid never
Listen,
hurt nobody. It's cool.
Right. You're right. You're right. But Big Blue, I mean, this is what happens when you have kids, right? Like you try to steer them in the right direction and then they make awful decisions like liking Big Blue.
True, true. Or you could be the guiding force to, negativity and be like, here, you should drink this. It's really tasty, Yeah.
We're like those almost like hipster parents where we don't really like do sugar in the house for the kids, right? But we've noticed is we'll do like the little sodas, the little tiny ones that are made for alcoholics. Yeah, those are for mixers. They're not for consuming.
Yeah.
And we'll give them Sprite. And yeah, there's sugar in that, but there's no caffeine. And they'll have it. They're like, whoa, fuck yeah. We're on so much caffeine right now. And I don't have the heart to tell them, like, there's nothing in there, dog. There's like,
Oh, that's gold.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh,
listen.
So Oh, go ahead.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
good.
No,
We
I was
got a
gonna say,
little bit of a
speaking of
delay. We're going to work through it.
All right, no worries. Speaking of caffeine, my wife, she's a runner. She runs marathons. She's done the ultra marathons where she does like 50 miles in a run. I don't make no sense to me, but yeah. I asked her one day. I was like, "Why you run for fun?" She's all, "Why do you fall on the ground for fun?" I'm all, "That's a good point."
Fucking good point.
But no, yeah, right. She took a bunch of supplements and stuff like that before one of her runs, and I forgot the bottle when we were bringing the baby to the end of the race so she could carry the baby across the finish line. Well, the baby was hungry, so she carried the baby across the finish line, started breastfeeding the baby, and I had a 5-month-old that was like for like all day, just jacked on caffeine. I was like, what?
That kid's full of so much pre-workout. He's just fucking doing deadlifts and shit. Just fucking.
Dude,
oh my
I put her in the bouncer. I counted. It was like 2.5 hours. She just stayed in the bouncer, not moved, just bounce. Dude, I felt terrible, but
some of that shit is like when I went to the boat and I had that deployment. I'll be honest, I'm sure it was out there, but I fucking obviously don't work out, and I'd never heard of pre-workout. And so they were like, yo, let's go do a run. And I'm like, sure, I'll do a run. And they're like, you're going to take pre-workout. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Like that's some powder that some bros use. And they're like, well, here, take 2 scoops of Ghost pre-workout. And we're like 10 minutes into it. I was like, bro, why do I feel like I'm on ecstasy? Like my skin feels so weird right now. I was up forever. Yeah. And then, but I do remember, this is probably too much information, but I was wearing those like, what's the right way to, those mesh underwear, like not the cotton boxer briefs, but like the work. Yeah. Dude, it made my wiener feel great with the pre-workout rubbing on the compression shorts. Dude, it's like the best. Listen, if you guys are out there, listen, I have something to help you. This episode is brought to you by a poor man's boner pill. Just take a bunch of pre-workout, put on compression shorts, and just let your wiener rub on that. It's amazing.
Yeah. I'll do something with that for sure.
Yeah. It's man, we've covered so much in the first 10 minutes. We don't. Yeah.
So many new sponsors.
So many new sponsors. Big Blue Ghost Energy Drink, 99 bananas, and we're gonna get a custom compression underwear with Paul's face on the inside of the crotch.
You don't need it in the crotch. You need it in the ass.
No, I want it on the inside, so when you pull down your shorts, you just see its face looking up at your balls.
Oh God!
Right?
That's
Because
awesome.
another total side, and this is one I remember specifically having like a 4-hour conversation about the flap in the front of men's underwear and who actually uses that. And it's usually like a certain age demographic. Because there's like, and I think I'm in that period, like fuck a millennial, fuck Gen X. I think the real generational divide is if you wiggle your worm through that fucking flap or if you just pull them down. So Wolf, which one are you? Are you wiggling it through or are you just pulling it down?
Bro, I just pull it down, man. I just pull it down, whip it out.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to tussle through a bunch of cloth trying to do what I got to do for sure.
It's out of control. Like nobody fucking uses that. Get rid of them. Get rid of them, Haynes.
I always thought it was there to just pull your balls out to get some air. You know what I'm saying? Like you just pull your balls through and clear them up a little bit.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. There's this new underwear that will you put your balls into basically like a man brassiere built into the underwear.
What?
Yeah, what? And it works because it'll like lift and separate your balls. It is the weirdest thing. I have a pair. I don't like wearing them. I only wear them on special occasions when the big guy really needs to shine because it feels like it's too much on display. You cannot wear those underwear and a pair of sweatpants without catching a charge.
Dude, you're just walking around Jersey with side pipes swinging, dude.
Exactly. I'm dropping the kids off. I'm getting fucking arrested because they're like, listen, that trouser snake is pointing out way too far. And I'm like, no. It's the ball bra. That's the issue.
Dude, you're dropping your kids off at school. There's a bunch of moms lined up, just like a bunch of construction workers, but it's moms, and they're just like, ooh, look at that camel tail all day. I'd hit that. Dude.
Probably not. My new favorite thing is to actually show up looking homeless when I drop my kid off. Like, everybody knows that I was in the military and that I work at a defense contractor, and they're like, that's amazing. But then I show up in, like, tie-dye sweatpants, a double, triple XL sweatshirt. Like, I look like a 23-year-old girl. Like, that's how I'm dressing. Like, I've got Crocs on. Or, no, it's cold now, so it's Hey Dudes. But I've got those on. If I don't have a hat, the hair is, like, usually just fucked. And I'm like, hey.
Just beard still like bed beard. It's just flat on one side. Oh yeah, dude. I love it.
All right, well, we got that fun stuff. How about you introduce yourself to the Brewskis? Tell them Paul's got some fucking thing that he says, and I fuck it up. But why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Yep. Well, my real name's Dave. My last name is Erky. Everybody calls it Irk, and I'm just so used to it by now. Yes, I grew up in the time of Family Matters, so I heard Urkel like majority of my life. Yeah, I grew up in Southern California. Didn't really fish very much. A couple times here and there. Go out to Catalina and fish off barges. I wasn't really into fishing until way later on in life. My mother-in-law, she actually bought me a fishing rod because I moved next to a creek. And like short story long, I was throwing panther martins in the creek and then caught a fish and I didn't know what the heck it was. Took a bunch of pictures of it, asked people. They're like, "Oh, that's a bass." I'm all, "These things are gnarly."
These things are awesome. So, how long ago was that?
Oh, dude, it wasn't that long ago. I'm one of those most hated fishermen. I was a COVID fisherman. I had nothing to do at work. I was a union carpenter, so they sent us all home. So I just went fishing all day. And
fuck yeah, no, I think that's cool to see, and that you stuck with it. See, nobody hates you because you stuck with it.
Right, yeah, no, we were definitely the added lice on the all the waters ways for a while, but the herd is definitely thinned since society's gone, back to normal, and
right. I
stuck with it. I caught a bug so nasty hard for it. It's ridiculous. I grew up skateboarding. I'm from skateboard culture. Like, I understand skateboarding mindset, and this is the exact same thing for me. Like, the ties of skateboarding and fishing are super close, and like I was immediately addicted. Like, immediately. Like, first fish, and that was it. It was a wrap.
It's so funny because we've had a couple guys who skated, or a couple. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Hey-oh!
What's up, motherfuckers?
Holy.
Dude, I thought you were going to fall over after that.
Start this bitch over. I'm here.
Anyways, holy shit.
We didn't cover much anyways. It's okay.
Actually, the only thing important that we covered.
Be quiet. Be quiet. Listen to this.
Oh, gosh.
Oh. I fucking forgot, Paul. Oh, Dave, you don't know about this yet. Oh my gosh.
Tell me, dude. I got to hear this.
We had
Dave.
Wyatt on.
Hey, Dave. Shut the fuck up, Alex.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave. Have you ever drank camel milk?
Camel milk? No, I used to smoke Camel cigarettes.
A little bit different.
Okay.
Last week we had Wyatt on, and Wyatt was really reserved. And he's just kind of a quiet guy, great guy though. And me and Paul had a hell of an episode. And towards the end of it, Wyatt goes, "Hey, have you ever listened to fishing YouTube videos, but just don't look at the video, just listen to the audio?" And we were like, "What the fuck?" And so he puts on, that's his own video from his YouTube, and it sounds like he's having the best orgasm.
Here's it unabated. Here's it unabated. No laughing from the crowd.
Yeah.
The song of our people, right there.
Oh, gosh.
Now he's orgasming.
Oh, that's a good fish. Oh. Who's going to who?
It sounds like a threesome.
Wyatt recorded a menage a trois on Gunnersville. Well, I guess it was just him and the fish, but we'll call it a menage a trois.
Speaking of the underwear flap earlier, it sounds like somebody who's wearing their boxers backwards in that one.
No shit, right? Hey, Paul.
Hold on. Before y'all keep talking,
Stop.
I wore my Dave glasses tonight too.
You got
All I need is a toboggan on my head and a mustache that would make Ron Jeremy come in his pants.
I hadn't gotten to there yet. I was waiting for you to come in to talk about the dick broom.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I take special care of that thing. Like, not at all.
I mean, most people like grow a full beard.
How old's your newest baby?
She's gonna be 6 months in a couple days, so 5 months.
Oh, so you're getting mustache rides again now. You're past the 6-week mark.
Oh yeah. But I don't charge. It's free.
Well, with that mustache, you should be charging. Do you wear do you wear that toboggan when you make love to your woman?
This one right here or this one?
The toboggan, bitch. That's a mustache. Toboggan's what's on your head. What's wrong with you?
I don't even know. I've never heard it called a toboggan. I wore it because it gets cold in my garage at night.
Look, it got down to 31 degrees in my garage last night. It's cold as fuck in here now. You know what? Yep. I'm not sweating.
I'm not sweating either because I have a beanie on my head.
It's called a
keeps
toboggan.
Me nice and a toboggan on my head keeps me nice and toasty.
Actually, hold on. Let's see the top of it because that's what decides whether it's a toboggan or not. Does it have a ball on the top? That's a
hell
beanie.
no.
That's a beanie. No, a toboggan has the ball on the top.
Motherfucker, it's a toboggan. If it is a knitted hat,
okay,
bill or not, if it is knitted, that bitch is a toboggan.
Okay. How about? Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's more of a California reversible. I you know what? You grew up in Washington. I bet you people wear beanies like that too. So when you flip it down,
hold on, time out. This man just said a California convertible, reversible. Yeah, that sounds like a sex position where
it involves
your wife has a strap on.
Well, if anybody would know.
Yes, it's The California reversible.
I got a couple things here. One, Dave, did you ever remember when Shorties came out with that beanie that had the fucking bill on it?
Yep.
Did
The
you
Tom
wear
Penny
that
beanie?
thing? Yeah.
Oh, dude,
did
I
you
had
wear
like
that
3.
and think you were like the coolest dude ever?
Oh, dude, I was Chad Muska, bro. That was my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
dude,
I bought a toboggan with a bill on it because Ike and Ellie used to wear that shit in the early 2000s. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever because it kept your head warm and it had that little bill that you could pull down to your eyebrows and it keep the sun out of your face.
What a dumb fashion move. They are fucking stupid.
And everybody wore them like this low all the time.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you had to like drop it to like where it's covering your eyebrows, and then you take the bill and bend that bitch to where you're just basically walking around like this, trying to skateboard, looking like a fucking idiot. That was the move.
Yeah, you can't
In
bend the bill
Janko
down.
jeans and shit.
But regardless, have y'all ever drank camel's milk?
No.
Apparently, camel's milk is really good for you, and it doesn't give you the dairy shits.
I don't get the dairy shits.
Is that why you were late? Because it was a harder shit?
No, I was late because
it was milking a camel.
I was getting ready for the North Carolina State Championship to qualify for the Kayak Bassmaster Classic that I'm going to tomorrow, fish Saturday, and my son had a football game.
He did.
And yeah,
did
but
they
it
win?
Doesn't matter why I'm late because bitch, I can show up when I want to on this motherfucker.
What position does Can't Look Carter play?
Offense and defense.
Okay, he's not a punter though.
They don't punt in his age group.
Okay,
and he's not the quarterback or the center.
That's fine. Yeah, so he does both. How did they win?
I don't know. He didn't go.
Then why were you? You said he had a game, but he didn't have a game.
He didn't. He did, but he didn't go.
All right.
But you went.
No, I've been sitting here putting new music on my board, waiting to be 20 minutes late because I'm the fucking talent and I can show up when the fuck I want to.
Well, I'm glad you're here. You did miss probably one of the more we're going to have to add this to the list of questions. Paul, when you're taking a piss, do
I
you
sit down.
No, okay. Well, that defeats the whole question. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, but you don't actually sit down, do you? You stand up, right?
No, I sit down so I don't have to clean the pee off the seat.
Okay, so you're outside. You still sit down?
No, when I'm outside, I just kind of like fucking draw my name in the sand or the rocks or whatever.
Perfect. So are you using the front flap of your underwear or are you just pulling them down?
No, I open the. Well, no, you know what? Hold on one sec. Let me see what I do. But now that you said it,
for the audio people, he's actually doing
I'm not
it right
sure.
now.
I'm not sure. I
What,
know
I
don't pee in my
really
pants.
Not sure. Right, but I was just wondering because some people use that flap. They'll snake their dick out from the flap and do their deal, or some people pull, the front down. And me and Dave decided that's the only civilized way to do it.
Yep.
And we also decided
ever
that we
sat
can
down on the toilet
Uh-huh.
and pee. It sat down facing the back of the bowl.
The old
when you had the morning wood. When you had the morning wood, you got to sit down and point it down, and you face that. You reverse cowgirl the toilet bowl.
Somebody was watching South Park. Somebody was watching South Park, obviously.
That's the hangover move. No, that's what it is. Every morning, a nasty hangover, you just sit down backwards, put your head right on top of the tank, and take another nap. Do your business and take a nap.
No,
I'm not sitting on the toilet that fucking long. That thing's nasty. That thing's got more germs than your toothbrush.
You should wash your toilet. But what I do if I'm super hungover, I just go in the shower, and I just piss in the kid's shower.
Sometimes you just got to poop in the shower, and you just got to use your foot to mash it down into the drain too.
Anybody know what that's called?
Waffle stomping.
It is. Yep. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I want to see, hey, Wolf of Walmart, if you're listening, let me get a meme of me waffle stomping Paul's face.
That'd be the big old hairball coming out of the
That'd be the
drain.
biggest turd Alex ever made.
I don't know if I've told this story, so I love to freak out the dudes that are.
Hey, Alex. Nobody fucking cares.
So I would tell this. I would ask this question, and I always find the guy on the boat who's like.
It sounds like a good story, so I was going to play intro music for you.
Cool.
Oh!
I'd find the guy who was like the most like awkwardly homophobic, like the dude who like would just like never like change in front of other dudes because he thought dudes were looking at him, right? Like he would just be over the top. And I'd always ask him, I was like, dude, how do you feel when you take a big shit? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you know those like giant, massive shits? And he goes, oh, yeah, dude, I have some huge ones. And I'd ask him to like size it up. And he's like holding up a beer can size saying, yeah, that's how big I've had a shit. I was like, just realize like that came out of you, so that could go in you. And to watch their reaction, well, fuck you, bro. Fuck you, bro. Listen, my butthole's tight. My butthole's tight, bro.
Obviously not.
Right?
Right.
Hey, the best ever was me, myself, and Irene after Hank had sex with what's her name, and he woke up the next morning and he went to go pee and it was shooting everywhere, and he was using the shower curtain. He's like, why am I peeing like I had sex all night last night? And then she pulled out like the 18-inch
big old dildo
rubber pecker.
Yep.
That's such a great movie.
I haven't watched that in forever. I think I need to put that on the rotation.
You know, one of the most underrated bands ever is?
The band.
The Heavy.
Oh, that's a good band.
Yeah. Not gonna knock that. Yep. Oh.
Are you? Yeah. What is this? I feel like Paul's trying to become a full-on variety show at this point. Not variety show. He's trying to become a full-on morning radio show. Like we're 1 second away from like a womp womp.
Dude, it's so nasty at the end.
It is.
Oh.
It's the weirdest thing is to pull back the curtain. So me and Paul have met a couple times, and it was just so I could get the microphone so close to his butthole to record that sound. Yeah.
Is that what he calls a man hug? Is that what that
is? Yeah. The man hug. All right. Anyways, where we were at. Oh. Now I remember.
Don't put at the end of the sentence. Where were we? Not
where
were we?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Bitch.
Stop. You've done your chaotic thing and blown up the show with your fancy sound effects.
Do I need to take my hat off and put my tie on? Do I need to do that?
No, please don't. No.
Dave, did you actually make it through that episode? Like when he was dry running that?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I'll listen to it twice. I have to listen to everything twice to make sure I get a good list.
Fucking. All right. Again, props to him.
I got the best feedback after that. Everybody said they loved it.
You can go do another podcast. At that point, my favorite thing about Dave Wolf of Walmart is there was one point he texted us and he goes, hey, man, kind of busy. Sorry I haven't had any memes lately. I'll get working on it. And me and Paul were like, motherfucker, you don't work for us. Like,
I didn't know who the fuck Dave was for like 2 months.
I didn't find out till he sent me his email. That's when I was like, oh shit, this dude's got a name. It's not Wolf. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Honestly, dude, I've been listening to you guys. My homie Andy Dwyer, he actually turned me on to you guys because we do a lot of fishing podcasts, and fishing podcasts have like really helped me out because, like I said,
what's his name? Andy Dwyer.
Yeah, but his nickname's Wiener Fingers Andy, and that's where it's gonna stay. But Anyway,
Is it because he touches his pecker a lot?
I mean, he's got to be doing something at work because it ain't working. Anyways,
How do
so
you know it's not working? Have you
because
seen it?
oh shit, no, no, I don't know why. One day he called me and I just said, "What's up, Wiener Fingers?" And then
Yeah.
it's just been like that ever since.
So have you made a
But no,
meme with his hands, with peckers, his fingers?
He doesn't have to do that. All he has to do is replace Tom Green's head with his head from that one movie he did with sausage fingers. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage?
No. So he turned me on to you guys.
Yeah.
What was like the one where you guys and Rudd were talking about, and somebody else were talking about, is fishing a sport, right? Anyway,
Yeah, that was a big one. Yep.
yeah, and I really didn't know who anybody was, but I'm like, I like these two guys. He's all, oh yeah, that's these dudes from Bass and Brews. I'm like, okay, so I'll start listening to that. And then I started listening to you guys, and I mean, hands down, it's one of my favorite. Friday's my favorite day of the week, not because of work, just because, dude, the way your guys' show runs, it's perfect. I love it. It's right up my alley. It's right up my humor, and it's awesome. So I appreciate you guys.
Oh, we appreciate that. And before Paul interrupts me, like we
Hey,
appreciate
Alex,
you.
Did you know that 6:30 is
He's
the
got it
best
on
time on a clock?
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know.
All right. But we appreciate you doing the memes. You've added a bunch of like, I don't know, makes it one, it's fucking cool. Wait, because Hambone started it first doing them, and it's fucking really cool to see somebody do a meme of your show. You're like, holy shit. Right? Like, it's like, oh, yeah. Fuck. And then you kept pumping them out, and it's like, oh, fuck. Like, and then watching the community, you know, of the listeners of Bass and Brews, like, reacting to that and kind of getting into it, it adds, like, you add a lot to the show. You give us, listen, I've been lazy with social media. As the guy who runs most of our social media, I appreciate the fuck out of you, because I know at least once a week I'm going to repost your fucking memes, and it's awesome.
Hey, do y'all know that all of our listeners who can't fish worth a fuck make us memes?
Yep, like Lucky Bastard.
And you and Hambone.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how to fish at all.
Lucky Bastard, his memes are fucking fantastic. I've never seen him post a video of him catching a fish. I don't think Lucky Bastard fishes.
His
Lucky
memes are
Bastard,
getting better
show us
too.
a picture of a fish. Yeah, they are. They are. Dude, we became friends on TikTok, and it is super funny because sometimes he'll run an idea by me, and I'm like, gold. Let's run
he has really cornered the market with that short kickboxer guy, and saying that it's me. Whatever the guy does, he's just like, look, it's Alex, and he's right. It's perfect. It's hilarious. Love you, Lucky. But I feel like we need like a face reveal with a fish.
Hey, Dave, do you ever call somebody? Do you ever call somebody just to tell them you can't talk right now?
Yeah, sometimes.
What?
No, never. No, never. Why would I do that?
Because you can't talk right now. You're just letting them know.
Ah, okay. I feel like that would be more of a text thing, but that would be only if they texted me first. I would never actually send that out.
But if you preemptively strike and tell them that, then they wouldn't interrupt you by texting you because they already know that you can't talk.
Well, okay. I'll try it on my wife, and then we'll see what happens.
Oh, that's a bad,
yes,
a bad test platform. It's a bad test platform.
That would be
it's the best test form because that's the litmus paper. If I get a bad result from that, then I know never to do it again.
No, but I'm sure there's things you do with fucking wiener fingers that you don't do with Mrs. Wolf. Like, I'm sure
True.
I'm sure you never call her fucking, vagina toes, and it fucking would work out right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah. I actually am super nice to her. She doesn't understand my humor, so I don't actually joke around with her too much.
Yeah, be yourself. Yeah. I got it. And I mean, you have to at this point, because from my understanding, she makes a lot of money. She's the breadwinner, and you gotta lock that in. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Dave, why do you have a 1/3 used bottle over your right shoulder of windshield washer fluid?
That is a really good point. The other one, that one. It is. It's either that or what's up with that?
Yeah, because
who doesn't put a whole bottle of windshield washer fluid in at once? That's kind of stupid.
that won't fit in my wife's little car. She needed windshield washer fluid. I said, I'm going to just go buy a jug.
All
And then
hold
when
a
my
gallon.
truck's out, I'll dump the rest in my truck.
But they all hold a gallon.
I don't know. I poured it in until it filled up.
Poor Wolf. He's just getting ripped now for the fucking.
I know,
he's like, fuck, I should have put a sheet up back here. Hey, Wolf, have you listened so far back of when I tried to put a sheet as a background?
No, I haven't got that far yet.
I tried to make a podcast studio, and I wasn't in the corner yet. I was actually on this side of the wall, and I hung like a black sheet because I thought it looked fucking cool with the lights. And I put it up. My wife comes down and she goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "It's gonna be a cool background." And she goes, "Yeah, a cool background for a 12-year-old making Fortnite videos. What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, you don't understand. It's gonna look cool." And then the first time we do it, Paul's like, "What the fuck is that bullshit behind you? I can see the wrinkles because it wasn't like all the way flat."
Also, it was navy blue.
It was.
Like
it wasn't even.
It was the
right.
worst fucking background ever. Hey, Alex, you know what the worst thing about fucking buying donuts is?
Yeah. What is it?
Bitches got holes in them.
Thanks, Dad.
So I think I know what's going on. I think this is amazing, and I'm not going to say anything. So
Yeah.
yeah. All
I
right,
mean, you don't buy underwear with holes in them already, except the ones where your legs go.
Oh,
And
Paul,
maybe where your pecker falls out.
when you weren't on the show, I came up with another great idea for merch, and we do compression underwear, but your face is going to be on them, right? But not on the back. It's going to be on the inside wiener side. So when a dude has to pull his pants down to go pee, they get to see your face staring up at him.
That's a really good idea, but we just need to do the ones that have our faces like
On the
completely
butt cheeks.
all on them. No,
Yeah.
just face all over.
Oh,
All over print.
what was her name? Wasn't she supposed to make you some like some sexy pants with your face on it?
I don't know. I've been waiting for somebody to send me a bikini and a thong bottom so I can
true.
wear it fishing, and nobody's done it yet.
Yeah. Hello, Mrs. Wolf.
Oh yeah, she brought the baby in for a second. They just got done with their walk, so my garage is the new stroller parking.
Your
It happens.
6-month-old walks, that's pretty impressive.
She
Yep.
skates, rollerblades.
Skates.
Do y'all put a leash on her?
I mean, the one that you can like screw down in the front yard, yeah, so she doesn't go anywhere, but that's about it.
Paul, did
That's,
you ever?
that's some redneck shit right there. I'm proud of you.
Paul, did you ever use the leash thing with your kids? You know, like the harness onto a.
No,
Yeah.
I just threw shit at them.
Yep. That's the best way to do it. Yep.
Hey,
We
what
can make
size
on a
saw is that
walkie-talkie.
over your left shoulder there, Dave? What size
What are we
chainsaw
talking
is
about?
that over your left shoulder? Never mind, it's a shot. Why do you have two shot backs?
It's a dirty.
One's from my table saw and one's for my house. I got a free one from work, so
It's because he's got a dirty, dirty shop.
Hey,
Yeah.
why don't you daisy chain or Alice chain your drop cords instead of wrapping them?
Oh, because it's bad for the copper.
Oh,
To be honest,
Bullshit.
like we could. No, my dad's like an electrician genius. Like when I was a young kid, like we were rolling up extension cords the correct way. We were running Romex in small spots because we were tiny. My dad had me wiring switch legs and outlets when I was like.
But we're not talking about Romex. We're
6.
talking about drop cords, extension cords. They should be daisy
So I keep my
chained.
cords. No, I keep my cords overhand and underhand looped all the way. So at any given time, I can grab a plug and throw the whole cord, and it completely straightens out.
wow. Is that
And when you
do
daisy-
you do that a lot when you do these inspections where you look like a youth pastor?
Oh God!
Time out.
No. I
A
actually,
youth
I actually
what?
just
This
changed careers.
motherfucker just called you a youth pasture.
Yeah.
Like you're out fucking grazing.
Oh, you know what I meant.
Kids.
Yeah.
Pastor.
Okay.
Pastor.
Yeah.
When
Not
you
pastor.
when you sent me that text and you're like, I need to go fishing. I saw you. I was like, this dude looks like the creepy guy who's like, hey man, you want to come hang out at the skate park? Don't worry, we've got it set up. You just got to do a real quick sermon first.
Hey, Dave, I need you to grab one of those extension cords and show us how you roll it up because the daisy chain is much more efficient than the overhand, underhand rolling technique.
No. No, I'm not gonna sit here and do that.
No,
It's like
good call.
100-foot cords. I don't want to sit there and do it.
No.
Because
no,
you don't know how.
I'm
You just got them rolled up nice and pretty, and then when you need to roll them out, they're probably all in knots and shit.
Never. I'm super particular about stuff like that.
I
No,
can tell by the
I
way
got a
you
new job as an
shave
inspector,
your
so
mustache.
I look like a youth pastor now. Yes, thank you.
I mean, the
Appreciate
inspector
Um,
job's probably a lot better than you know.
it. Swinging a hammer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was a union carpenter for a long time, and before that, I was non-union. And you know what I don't miss is coming home and having zero energy and passing out. You know. So
Yeah,
I
but
get
the
to come
only
home and actually-
downside is you come home with too much energy and you're way too positive because you're a youth pastor now. So
Right, because I come home with the spirit of Jesus. Yes, no, I totally get
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Hey, Dave,
Did you, as a kid,
have you
did-
ever
did you-
shot yourself in the hand with a nail gun?
Yep.
How did it feel?
Oh,
Well, it depends on the gauge because it's happened more than once, but none of them ever felt good.
well, thank God you're an inspector and not a carpenter anymore.
Yeah,
It sounds like you
right.
weren't very good at it. Yeah.
No, I can nail myself. That's about it.
I mean, we can all nail ourselves. But
Yeah, I know.
Hello.
hey, oh,
Astroglide or Vaseline?
KY.
that was the other one.
Oh.
That's the other one that
Peasant.
Rudd wouldn't answer.
Yeah.
Hey,
Peasant.
so when
Peasant
you were a
Dude, I
seed.
kid,
commented on
KY.
that. I wanted to hear him say Max scent so bad.
that would have been the perfect. This part is brought to you by Berkeley Maxent.
For his and hers.
Hey, so when you were a kid, did that ever happen though? Because I specifically remember there was like a church, and they would do like they had a skate park that they like would kind of like manufacture in the back, right? And they
Yeah.
let you skate for like 3 hours around there, right? It started at 4, and then at 7 o'clock. But then all of a sudden, like the gates to where you'd go in would like close, and the only way to get out was to be funneled into the church, and you'd have to sit down and listen to a sermon. Did you ever do anything like that? Was that a thing for you or no?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of parks growing up. So yeah, when the churches would open their doors for a skate park, we'd
Yep.
skate and then get sermons and then go about doing our hood rat stuff with our hood rat friends, you know?
See, I feel like
Hey, I'm getting drunk or fucked up. I'm not sure which one yet. White Claw. Send.
I specifically remember it was called Impact Skating in Tacoma, Washington, right? And I would convince my parents to drop me off there, and they're like, yo, it's at a church, you'll be okay. But that's literally where I had my first sexual encounters with ladies, was at this youth church skate park.
So glad he said ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't like really good at skating, but what I could do is like throw myself down shit and somehow come out okay. And like 15, 16-year-old girls were like, fuck yeah, that dude rips. I should probably give him an over the pants handy. And I was like, you fucking should. Yeah.
The only person
Yeah.
person that was having those sexual encounters though was Alex. Nobody else knew.
No, they were there. So
You
all
just
right,
happen to be wearing
let's
compression shorts?
no,
What are you
no,
drinking,
there was no
Dave?
compression shorts.
Bubbly?
It's spelled wrong.
Yeah, no.
Tastes good.
Yeah, I don't drink. So
It's okay.
I
Listen,
I threw all that away a long time ago.
Yeah. So did I yesterday.
hold on. This question has actually come up before where we've had guests on. They're like, listen, like I don't drink. Like it's Bass and Brews. One, we don't fucking really talk about fish. So the Bass is already out of it. And Brews can be anything. It could be coffee. It could be bubbly. You know, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Like don't ever, like if anybody wants to be on the show and they think they can hold their own on the show, but you don't drink, like don't let that stop you. Like we
It's
are a
Brews,
bunch
it
of,
can be coffee.
Yeah. We are
Sean the fisherman.
degenerates.
Sean the fisherman would drink like a gallon of coffee every time he would come on, and I'd
be
have
like
no
9
idea.
o'clock at night, and that dude's
Yeah.
chugging, like he must drink Folgers because
You
Well,
know
I
he's
mean,
drinking
he
the
was-
U-Man.
He was in the real military.
oh, he was. No, he wasn't. He was like Air National Guard.
He made
So
planes
he's-
fly.
So
I
he's
think he
drinking
was
espresso.
He's drinking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he never actually made his own coffee. He had a barista attached to his battalion.
I actually think Sean's a cool guy. I've
He
never
is.
met him in person, but he's definitely seems like a genuine
Listen,
cool dude.
props.
I'm a
again.
man hug a fart out of him
Yes.
first time I get to meet him.
I've never met him, but when I got out, Sean sat with me for maybe 3 hours and helped me craft my first resume ever. At 39 years old, I'd never done a resume because I worked at McDonald's and then joined the military. And he sat there, and his resume literally landed me the job that I have now. So I will always be grateful to Sean. Like, he took time out of his day. I know that's kind of what he does for a living. He works with veterans all the time. But we sat down. It was super cool of him, and always be appreciative of him.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I never did military service. I never got the option to do so.
No way. No way.
Yeah, no options for me.
I'm just
there.
joking. There's no way. Listen, I haven't known you for very long. There's no way you were getting in the military and staying.
No. Well, there was no way I could get in anyway. So there's certain things that you have to not do in order to be able to serve. And
actually, you know what? I could see you.
So.
I could see you. Well, you're 82. We're very similar in age. I did a lot of dumb shit too, right? It depends the service you were going into. You could have done it.
Joined the French Foreign Legion. They'll take
He could have.
anybody.
Actually, he could have joined the Navy still, and I know he's SoCal, so that, like, the Navy takes fucking everybody. Like, at this point, I just heard recently that Mike Tyson and O.J. Simpson are now second-class petty officers in the Navy because they're hurting so bad. They'll take dudes that have been locked up. They'll take everybody. Like, you're just fine.
Serious?
No, I'm not serious.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Dave.
I was
Come
like,
on, you
what
listen
the
to the show.
Well, Shaq's a police officer, you know, so I'm like,
He's
all
not.
right.
He's a deputized deputy. So is Steven
the Rock the Bass
Seagal.
Fisherman. Oh,
He is.
dude. Honestly, the Steven Seagal being a cop thing, I watched a comedian talk about it. It's pretty funny.
Would you rather get a roundhouse kick to the face from Jean-Claude Van Damme or get kicked in the nuts by Steven Seagal?
Oh, kicked in the nuts by Steven Seagal.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Van Damme's no shit. What was the movie where he I think he was in prison.
Debbie Does Dallas.
He was trying to time how long he could hold his breath, and he would be in a tub and he would time it. No, I don't think that was it.
Yeah,
where he was smoking a cigarette and then he'd leave it on the tub and he'd go down below and hold his breath to see how long the cigarette. That's actually what it was. Yes.
Double Impact.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it was the one where he was twins or whatever. You remember that one? Oh,
yep.
wow.
That was double impact,
motherfucker. Jeez,
All right,
where the fuck have you been the last 5 seconds?
I've been trying to remember Sunday afternoon movies while my parents slept and watch all the stuff you're not supposed to. I'll let him be a dick. He can be a dick all day.
He's
fault. You know what? I will tell you. I'll bust him out because I talked to him on the phone the other day. He's an actually really nice dude. So
I do have my dick glasses on, just like Dave.
I like how glasses. So here's what I think Paul is playing at. He thinks because he has the glasses on that he's acting like you.
Yeah.
And he thinks this is how you act. But you are right. Paul is a asshole sometimes to guess. But he is a big old fucking stupid teddy bear. He's literally that big, dumb golden retriever, basically.
Yeah. So, okay. So check this out. When Andy, this is what we were talking about earlier.
About to make a rap.
There we go. Because
check
this is what we were talking about earlier because my train of thought derailed. So Andy introduced me to you guys. I started listening to you guys. Anyway, so fishing podcasts, because I'm such a new fisherman, I learned how to fish through podcasts mostly. And
that's awesome.
When I found your guys' podcast, I was like,
you didn't learn shit.
I'm not learning anything right here.
Yeah. That's why this bitch still can't catch fish.
Jeez, this is the best time I've ever had fishing.
The best time he's ever had fishing. He can't catch shit. He ain't got no better. And we have real anglers on sometime too.
No, do you guys do have real anglers on? I'm not gonna lie, and I'm one of them. I just really angle from the bank.
You should get a float tube.
Dude, I'm trying to get a kayak, so I figure, okay, check this out.
I'll sell you mine
Pick
after
a-
this weekend.
Picture this: a guy who doesn't really swim very well.
Yep.
So of course I'm gonna need a good PFD.
Mhm.
First time adventure. If I documented everything, first time on a kayak, trying to
Yeah.
figure out how to flip it, trying to figure out how to fish out of it, stand, sit, like. I don't think it would be a bad little series if I just did small
Wonderful.
shorts on that.
Dude.
That's kind of what I'm trying to do eventually after Columbus.
Don't practice flipping your kayak. That's like practicing not to catch fish. It's fucking stupid. Just don't flip it.
All right. I don't agree with Paul a lot, and I know a lot of people say to do that. Because they're like, well, then you won't freak out when it happens, right? I fished out of an Ascend 10T for 3 years till I got into the Old Town, right? I never even got close to flipping that bitch. It's called just don't be sketchy if you're in a sketchy boat. Don't try to do sketchy shit when your shit's already sketchy, right? You should not practice flipping. I think that's fucking stupid. I think that's a waste of time.
Yeah, but Alex couldn't flip that Ascend because the bitch, like, sitting down is 2.5 foot tall. He's not like a regular human being that's top heavy.
Then don't get that boat. I think that's so stupid. I think that's over vigilance. I also think that's bad for the whole market because it makes people scared of it where they're like, oh shit, I might flip out of this. I need to practice flipping out of it. I think that's fucking stupid. You'll be fine as long as you get one because I'm sure you're like 6'1", right?
In my dreams. Yeah, in my dreams. I'd love to be 6'1". Yeah, no, I'm not that tall. I'm like
all right.
Just get a good
PFD.
5'11"
5'11 3/4.
Just get a good PFD and,
you're fine.
and swim your ass back, grab hold of your kayak, swim your ass back to the bank.
Yeah. I think it is really
flip it
cool. I think it's a really cool idea to document it, but I think you should start documenting it now. Like even the decision process
Right
of
now.
like what kayak you're going to go with, right? Like
Turn
I think
the
you should
camera on
even
and
document
record
that.
right now.
I am recording right now.
He is?
Yeah, but
No,
you're
no,
not getting
like-
this recording. This is Bass and Brews, bitch. You got to pay us if you want this gloriousness.
No, I do think, in all seriousness, I think that's a really cool idea, and I really urge you to follow through with that. Like, I wish I would have done that, right? And I've talked to a lot of people who wish they would have done that. I think that would be really cool because you could build up to you actually getting one. So you can go through the thought process of like, all right, I'm going to get a kayak. Here's what I'm looking at. Stay tuned. And then you rock the next one. You know what I mean? Like you can cycle that through.
That was kind of the idea. That's kind of because I don't really have I know you guys have a lot of content creators on here, and I feel a little bit lacking because I make some memes and have a good time, but I don't really have a whole lot of content. And discussing with a couple people, like I really want to get a kayak. I'm like, why don't I just start documenting all this stuff? Like last couple weekends ago, I cleared out a space in my garage big enough for a kayak, so I know this is what I'm gonna need. This I'm gonna need this much room to be monkeying around on it, fixing stuff, adding stuff. So
I wish I would have made. I wish I would have made more content before I had the pedal drive. Like I thought I couldn't step up until I was like in a big boy kayak, right? Like that it was almost like a
bitch, you ain't never been a big boy in nothing.
True. But I thought that I couldn't step up and make content because nobody wants to see, because all you see, like everything you watch on YouTube and TikTok are usually like established fishermen. They got their shit together, right? What you don't realize is it's actually like, it's better to do the other end of it because more people are searching for that. More people are like interested. They want to relate. They want to watch you grow. And I saw a lot of growth actually in the YouTube channel from when I started until even now, where people are like, people like to root for that person. They like to watch that person when they first start and build all the way through.
Exactly. I'm the same way. That's what I always look for. So
that's the only growth Alex has seen since he was like 7.
No, we talked about we talked about a growth before you were on here. It involves pre-workout and compression underwear.
Hey Dave, I see you have a Dark Horse tackle shirt on. If you went ice fishing with Zeshe and Josh and yourself, and you forgot your sleeping bag and you had to cuddle with one of them, who would it be?
This is such a good question.
I'd make it a 3-man sleeping bag.
No, you gotta pick one.
Dude, don't.
I have to pick one?
You gotta snuggle with Josh or Zeshe because you forgot yours. Who are you snuggling with to keep warm in the ice hut?
I'm gonna pick Zeshe, Zach, because I already cuddled with Josh at the last expo because we shared
Yeah.
a bed in the hotel. So.
And Josh is a skinny bitch, so you ain't getting warm with him.
Yeah, but Zeshe has so much fucking hair everywhere.
I know, the fur. That's what I'm saying. Just bundle up inside, pull the beard over like a blanket.
Dude, no. You're going to wake up. You're going to be coughing on like excess beard and back hair. It's going to be bad.
The problem with cuddling with Zeshe is this motherfucker eats bean sandwiches. So
correct.
You're probably going to be smelling shitty farts all night.
And also,
I think I would go with Josh because I think, he's a little bit skinnier.
Yeah.
But he doesn't eat bean sandwiches, so I don't think it'd be smelly.
And from everything that I've seen, also Josh is going to have softer hands because he doesn't catch any fucking fish. So it's just going to be better all around.
Josh is buff. Don't get it twisted. He hides it in his clothes. He's a buff guy.
I get it. I'm okay with a little muscle, but he's got soft. I've never seen him catch a fish. He does a lot of videos where he casts into weeds, and then all of a sudden I see like a big man paw come out that's super hairy. I'm 100% sure that's Zeshe that catches the fish, and then Josh holds it.
Josh falls out of the canoe.
Yeah. So yep, Dad. All are true. All these are facts. I love this.
Yep. And then also when they do their lives, right, which is awesome. Go check out Dark Horse Tackle. Their lives are amazing. And it's like when they're like packaging up everything, right? It's really cool to have a small company like go out there and like show you the process and like you can bullshit with them. It's fucking amazing. We still need to figure out that takeover there, Dave. But
yes.
What I really like to see is that Josh doesn't really do a lot. It's Zeshe and his big fucking giant man hairy hands packaging everything. And Zeshe is trying to find a way to like show his six pack or talk to the crowd. He really doesn't do a lot other than be the face of the company because there's no way Zeshe is the face of the company.
That's a pretty face though.
Yeah. Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave.
Yo.
Oh.
Fuck,
Stop.
Marry, Kill, the Three Stooges, Moe, Larry, Curly.
Oh my god! Well, I'm killing Mo out the gate. I can't handle the hair.
Okay. Half our audience is confused on who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'd fuck Curly, but I'd marry Larry because at least I knew I'd have a sissy around the house.
Okay. Paul, you got any more intruding questions? I want to go back to how ugly Zeshe is and how Josh is an awful fisherman.
No, their lives are actually pretty awesome because they do these golden tickets in the boxes. And so every fourth Tuesday of the month, they sit there and they roll these 3 dice, and somebody with one of those golden tickets wins like a dope prize, whether it's like a gift card to the website or a special bait. It's pretty sick. But I will say, when they do their lives, I tend to troll their chat a little bit, and you got to. They're your boys, and they know I love them to death. They almost put me in timeout last time I trolled them, and so yeah. If you guys are ever interested, Dark Horse Tackle on Instagram. They go live every fourth Tuesday.
Yep.
Let's troll.
Listen.
It sounds like a really bad episode of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They're giving out golden tickets and shit. If they gave out golden showers, they'd probably get a lot more people that came on and would participate.
Listen, I want if you guys, and this is not a thing, right? Like, I know he's wearing a Dark Horse Tackle shirt, and we've had the boys on, right? They're genuinely awesome dudes. Like, they really are. But here's what I want to do. The next time they go live, I want to see everybody, all the brewskis, go find them, find that live, troll the shit out of them, and when you troll them, make sure to end it with like 3 of the glasses clanking emojis so they know it's from Bass and Brews. Like,
but Alex, when they go live, what you're going to have to do is share their live from the Bass and Brews page.
Oh,
so
is that on
the
Instagram?
Brewskis,
yes, we will try.
So they do it on Instagram?
Yeah. We don't really fuck with Instagram, but
we can still do it.
I know, you have a bunch of unopened messages for me. I'm actually in Instagram jail right now, so it's like from my second account.
So
you're lucky you're not in real fucking jail right now with that mustache.
All right, let's change this. Like, I mean, if you're on Instagram, good for you. Do your thing, right? I know we have a lot of fans from TikTok, though. I want you to spam them on their live and say, why isn't this on TikTok with Bass and Brews? And Walmart, right? Let's spread it that they should go over to the better platform. But yeah, I think that would be great. They're awesome dudes. They really are. I think it's cool what they're doing. And again, if you want to get on the show, I forgot to mention this earlier. So not only do you have to make awesome memes, but then you could just randomly ask me for my address and send me an awesome Dark Horse tackle box. Because Walmart Creeper did that. He did. I caught fucking 0 fish with and it's not the baits problem. It's a me problem. I caught 0 fucking fish with that goddamn box. I had it. This is before I quit YouTube. I had all the cameras up and I couldn't get a fucking bite. And that's a me thing, not a box thing, but I tried.
They could send Alex a box with a bass in it to put on his hook, and the bitch still wouldn't catch it.
I still wouldn't. Listen, the box that I need is
just... He can't catch no fish because the motherfucker don't go fishing. Actually, he texts me. He's like, man, I got to go to sleep on Thursday night. So, man, I got to go to sleep. I'm going fishing in the morning. I'll text him Friday, and I'm like, hey, did you catch any fish? He's like, oh, I didn't go. I'm mowing grass. Yeah. This bitch lives in New Jersey. We know he ain't got no fucking grass. It's all dirt, rock, and cigarette butts.
So what's funny is I took a half PTO day, which I never fucking do, right? Because I'm in the military, or I was in the military.
A half PTO day? The fuck kind of dumb shit is that?
I work 10 days. I work 4 10-hour shifts, right?
Just because you're half of a human doesn't mean that you get to take half of a damn...
There it is. So today I took a half a day. I took a half day, and I went out this afternoon once it warmed up a little bit, got above 40. You know what I mean? And I fucking slammed him today. It was awesome.
Dude, sick. Yep.
It was a bunch of fatties. What's that?
What'd you catch?
I caught 12 total, so it was 7 bass, 2 pickerel, and the rest were crappie.
All on a chatterbait and a wacky rig?
No, it was all on a swim jig and a wacky rig.
Yeah. Love me a swim jig, dude. Yeah.
The chatterbait I'm trying to get more into because I have such dark water, but I have 0 confidence in it. What's funny is I can have the darkest water, but I just throw on like fucking blacked out everything swim jig and it works. But it felt really good. I didn't have any cameras. I specifically said I'm not going to record any content, which I feel like took the stress off of me.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I went out. I had myself a bologna sandwich and fucking had a great time. It was awesome. It was good.
Dude, that's the best. Last time I filmed myself, I sent it to you. I was on the text thread. I was just sitting there fishing and I kept catching them. So I'm like, all right, I'll just send a video real quick because since Paul gave me permission to go fishing after work, I figured
that's not the video you sent me.
Yeah, well, he sends different ones to me. He likes one of us better than the other one.
Yeah. The other videos are not to be talked about on the podcast, Paul.
They're just feet pics.
Yes,
pocket rockets are cool.
Wiener fingers.
Wiener fingers. Shout out Andy. That's my boy.
Andy, there it is. Shout out to Andy. Wiener fingers.
Yeah.
What's Andy's social media tag?
Wiener fingers.
Wiener fingers. on TikTok, it's Wiener fingers. Yeah.
Is it really?
Oh, like 5 E's. Yeah, like 5 E's or something.
He made a post earlier today. He was like, check out my boy. And I just was like, what the fuck is this? And I saw Wiener fingers with a ton of E's. And I was like, yeah, I'm following, dog.
Yeah, dude, he refused to get on TikTok for so long. In fact, no offense, I didn't even like TikTok format. But the more I've been communicating with you guys, the more you guys are doing on. Yeah, that's my boy right there. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, TikTok, why I like it more is it's almost like Instagram in the old days. It obviously with video, right? But it's like you can build like, I don't know, it feels more community. When you do Instagram, you can have 10 million followers, right? But you also got like 10 million pro staff codes and everybody's trying to make a buck. Like TikTok feels more organic and like, hey, we're just being fucking goofballs together. Like, that's how I take it. And then there's also people who made like dope ass shit. What's his name? I'm gonna pull
Alex,
it up.
what's the definition of organic?
Shit, I don't want to pull up that video. Organic would be, all right, the real. It's real. Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, no.
Hold on, I got a shout out. Give me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Dave. Dave, how did you get your name?
How did I? Walmart creeper.
No. How did you get your name, Dave?
Stop.
My
Your parents
named
Yeah.
me that. Yeah, my parents named me that. I don't know. They
Hey,
took me home and
real
named me
quick
that.
from Paul's shtick that he's doing. Bassin Basky. You are that's BASNIN BASKIE.
You
fucking
spelled that wrong, motherfucker. Spell it again because you fucked it all up.
No, I spelled it right. Anyways, your fucking edits are awesome. You've been killing it lately. You do not get enough credit because you are doing like small time storytelling and wrapping everything together with like solid music. It is fucking money, buddy.
Hold on, I gotta go get my air compressor.
Yeah. It is
Right.
fucking money. You
Probably.
are doing what I wish I was doing. Like, you are killing it. And I think you're only at like, my man's only at 835. You should be at way more than that. I fucking love your videos. I love when they come out. Like, they are so good.
Yeah, dude, I just started following them. I think last week.
Mhm.
It's like, it's crazy. So I've been on Instagram for a long time. I had a big group of friends, and then whatever, I got put in Instagram jail. So I jumped on one of my side accounts and swapped it over, Free Wolf of Walmart, as like a joke. But since being on TikTok, you're right. There's like way more sense of community. Like, people are way more involved with you, interacting like left and right. Like, I don't know if it's just Bass and Brews, like the Brewskis in general, or if it's just how the format is laid out. But it's so much more interaction individually with each other.
Yeah.
Messages, videos, reposting, like all that kind of stuff is so much more fluid on TikTok. Like, I really like the format.
Yeah, it's more fluid, and it's not just Bass and Brews. It's all of fish talk, right? Like, fish talk as a whole is really, really good, right? And then you as a skateboarder, I don't know if you've even ventured into skate talk. That's a whole nother amazing community.
Yeah, that's that's the next adventure that I'm going to dive into a little bit. I do my TikTok. I basically just do the fishing thing on my Instagram. I have a skateboarding Instagram. I have all that kind of stuff for skateboarding, all that stuff set aside, But the TikTok I try to keep it just fishing because I'll go down a rabbit hole. And I already spent enough time on my phone sitting there making memes all night anyway. So
yeah, no shit.
Right? Yeah, if you ever saw a picture of me in my house, it's me holding a baby with a bottle in her mouth, making a meme on my phone.
Dude, my man has told me this too. He's like, listen, love the show. I'm sitting here feeding the baby, cranking out these memes, and it's the fucking funniest thing ever. Also,
I've done it. Go ahead.
I think it's really funny is you started kind of tame.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Dave did it the right way. Like, if you're gonna hit us with memes, like, you don't have to go for the jugular right away. I mean, it's funny, but Dave started, and then lately, and I love you, Dave, for this, but lately it's been like, whoa, these are fucking funny. But he got us our first community strike on TikTok.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No,
I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But
you shouldn't be sorry, because what's fucked up is that you posted the same thing, but as a video, and you didn't get a fucking community strike.
Yep, that's why I posted that video. I can do it on my own page because I'm nobody. Like, that's another thing is I really appreciate you bringing me on here. Like, genuinely appreciate it, because like, you guys have these people who have huge followings, famous fishermen, like all sorts of stuff. They're industry people, all this stuff, and I'm just some guy who like made some funny pictures and loves to joke around a lot.
I love it.
So I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Listen, this is what this is about. This is like, honestly, we talk about it all the time, but since January, me and Paul said, fuck the conformity of how this works. We're not going to be your educational podcast. You might get some tidbits, you might not. We're here to, I can't remember, I feel really bad because somebody made a comment and this is how I feel about it. It was basically, this show is about the the conversations you have when you're fishing with your buddy. This is the unbridled, uncensored, like we're out there fishing. You don't always talk about fishing, right? You talk about everything fucking else, kind of other than what you're doing. And that's kind of what we're trying to lean into. And I mean, you guys all know it. And we really appreciate everybody. And we wanted to have Dave on here because he's fucking killing it with that too. Like, and we really, like, to be honest, so like September and, this one, we're in November now, right? September crushed all records in viewership and all this other stuff. It was fucking really kind of weird to see that happen, right? And now that it's, we're recording, it's November 2nd, right? You guys will hear this next week, obviously, but we fucking crushed all those again. And it's just fucking insane. It's so cool to see so many people listen and like the show and connect with it. It really, I don't know. Like for me, it's fucking weird. It's awesome. I think I mentioned it before in a post, but like this show for me and Paul is
Paul and I.
You're right, Paul and I. Fuck me, I hate you. It is so good for us.
I'm back, by the way.
Yep.
Welcome back. No, so
stop.
Oh.
Paul's killing me on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to not to cut you off, but like, dude, that's why I sent you guys a box. That's literally why I sent you guys a box. Like everybody that I listen to that like keeps me going while I'm fishing, dude, I didn't have no other way to show appreciation. I could send you an email, be like, "Hey, thanks for the show, guys," or like,
and
put a review out. But
we love that too. But yeah.
I got a backpacking podcast. I've been sending messages to on Instagram for like 2 months.
Yeah,
and
they hate us
have
now.
yet to answer me back.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to keep sending them shit. I'm going to send them 2 pictures next week.
I'm going to tell you what. I don't think I fully expressed. So like when I left the military and
what
I
did
got
I miss
out,
over the last 2 minutes?
We're just talking about how awesome our fans are actually. So when I got out,
They're fucking assholes.
it was it was realistically tough when I got out, right? Like I left like a brotherhood and a sisterhood of people, right? A family. And it's different because I obviously have a family. You know what I mean? But it's different, right? And being able to like
That's what I heard.
No, my family's great. But going from one place where I can always be myself, because you can't always be yourself with your family, right? You can't. Honestly, I can always be myself on this show, right? Just like I was in the middle. And it was fucking, I like leaned into this when I retired. And when they say like like I was stoked to retire, right? It was awesome. It was great. I'm out of the military, but I did feel a loss. It was like a loss of something. And then to have all of like this feedback that was so fucking awesome from all you listeners is like my new juice. It's like my fucking new thing. And I know you guys were there for all of it before, but to really feel when you lost one and then to have another one be right there to build you up is fucking weird. And it's awesome though. But it's really like it's trippy and it's fucking cool as shit. I don't know how to explain it properly, but I appreciate everybody who listens to this show. I know Paul doesn't, but I do.
Yeah, well, just
but
as
you
a
ain't
listener
never
and as a
listened to
fan,
this
like,
show. I had to make you listen to the last episode.
I know I had to make a meme of him not listening to the show for him to admit to listen to the show.
And then when he started listening to it, he made a group text with Paige and Tiny and Black Flag and myself. And then he like he was play by playing it.
Yeah,
he was play by playing it
the whole
and
show.
I got to relive it, and it was wonderful.
Oh. A big fuck you to Tiny for saying I drink Zima. That's where I'm gonna go with that. I don't fucking drink Zima.
That's awesome. New Jersey, I love it.
New Jersey.
Maddie's TikTok he made today was fucking phenomenal too.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, dude. So as a listener, as you know, I'm sure you guys have gotten this before, or like maybe you haven't, but like let me kind of lay it out. As a listener, like we listen to you guys every week. You guys are into each other, like arguing, bickering, fighting, whatever, having guests, this, that, and the other. And there's always a little bit more revealed about each person as the show goes on. So what ends up happening is like your listeners sit here and get to have like this relationship with you that you don't necessarily have with them, but they get to like build on that. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, he was so funny this week, and blah blah blah. Oh, you could tell he was really pissed off about this, that, and the other. You know, like, or dude, when Jabberhammer decided he didn't want to talk for 40 minutes, dude, Alex was losing his mind. It was awesome. You know, like this, that, and the other. You know, so like we get that as an adventure as listeners. So like, in order to like give back, like the only thing we can do is like make pictures or send you emails and stuff like that. But like, you guys are creating like almost like a subculture of people who are more into being friends and talking back and forth to each other and calling each other out on each other's shit and being assholes to each other than did you throw the wacky rig with the 16th ounce weight or the 3/16 ounce weight, because I like the fall rate with a Senko over this, you know, like it's an actual like community, which is very appreciative. Like,
hey Dave, I really appreciate the sweet words, but why do you have two regular lights and then a drop light in the middle?
Stop that. Stop for a minute. Let me respond to this first. One, thank you so much. Like that, not to be sent. That means a fucking ton. That's all we're trying to do is have a good time.
I want to know why the fuck he has two regular lights and then a drop light.
Oh, I don't have I don't have two of the same kind of lights. I have whatever I could find, and I slung up in my garage when I moved in. Lights. And I just haven't, I literally have not worked on this place.
That's a real carpenter for you. His house has the worst carpentry in the whole fucking neighborhood, but every house he works on has the best fucking carpentry in the neighborhood.
Absolutely. My wife, I'll never hear the end of it either.
Hey, honey, can we put crown molding up? Yeah, sure. Let me do it. She's like, why is it so fucking crooked?
Because it's fucking up. Leave me alone. Yeah.
Hold on, but he's not even a carpenter anymore. He's an inspector, and Inspector Dave would be pissed at him right now.
Oh, dude, I look at my house every day like, ooh. Somebody fucked the pooch on this one. Yeah,
we know you can't do no electrical work when you roll your damn electrical cords up in a loop instead of Alice chaining them.
Stop with his fucking goddamn extension cords.
No, it's fine because everybody else says the same fucking thing. I tell them all to fuck off to just the same. Like, this is the way it goes.
You got a lot of people
sit a specific way.
You got a lot of people hanging out in your garage looking at your electrical cords.
Well, at work and stuff like that, yeah. For years, I'd be rolling on my cords, and they're like, "Why don't you just rope it around your elbow? Why don't you daisy chain it?" No, man, because it bends and flexes the copper in a weird way. And when the temperature goes from hundreds down to 40s every year, that fucks your copper up inside your wire over time. So if you loop it every time, the copper stays the same.
You just recycle it, and you get enough money back to go buy a new drop cord.
You buy a cord for $100, you recycle, you get 20.
Your wife about to throw shit at you? What's going on over there?
She is throwing shit at me. I don't know.
Mrs. Wolf, what are you doing?
You guys.
Robin Hood, what are you doing? Not Robin Hood. What was it? Shit.
Red Riding Hood? Yeah, she's out. Yeah, she's out. She came to drop.
If she shoots a fucking arrow at him right now, that would be phenomenal.
I'd love to see that happen. What did you guys
go a suction cup one and hits him right on one of his glasses? Boom, there it is.
He's got it.
Easy. Oh, there you go.
What did you
there you go.
What did you guys go
to? I happen to have that, but
what did you guys go to Halloween as?
2 in the stink, 1 in the pink.
No, she and the baby dressed up as old ladies, and I dressed up as an anxiety nightmare because we were in a large group of tons of people.
So I thought you dressed up as a shocker. That's the picture I got.
Oh no, that was an old costume. I just posted that because I didn't ever dress up.
Oh, dude, anymore. If you would have gone, you should. So, I mean, you made babies. It's not like you don't know what it is.
That's true. I was actually told to get rid of that costume, so I had to get rid of it.
I think
I'll be truthful, like.
So it's folded up nice and neat in one of your little cubbies behind you, isn't it?
he breaks out the
Yeah,
shocker for wiener
it's over there.
fingers.
It's over there. It's over there in one of my toolboxes. Yeah.
He breaks out the
think
shocker for Christmas with the family.
I think you missed. I think you missed an opportunity where she could have been Little Red Riding Hood, and you could have been the wolf of Walmart, just like white trash piece of shit, but with hair.
With the wolf mask.
Yeah.
A wolf mask with a cut off T-shirt.
So Paul, you're right. He said so Paul, and you're right. It would have looked like Paul.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not redneck.
No,
I'm country.
No, you're redneck.
Yeah.
No, I'm country. You don't know, bitch.
Both
Alex is
y'all
dropping
think
shit.
Walmart.
Not.
Y'all think Walmart or Costco. So.
Wait, what?
Why aren't you wolf of Costco
Both of you.
then?
No, because I'm not country.
What's your favorite thing to buy at Costco?
Wait. Costco's not fucking country, dog.
Exactly. They treat Walmart like it's Costco.
I gotcha.
Yeah. What's my favorite thing to buy at Costco? Fucking Glizzies, dude. All day.
Glizzy.
Costco
The
used to have
prices
the
never
best.
changed.
Costco used to have the best bulk popcorn, and now it sucks. Like they cheaped you out of the butter.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
can't.
the pizzas aren't bad either.
No, it's thick. It's too thick. They need thin crust.
But
I like it thick.
Dave's not wrong. The fucking Costco hot dog special is amazing.
Yep. Every day. I used to work down the street from one, so every day I just go over there for $2. I had lunch. I'm good to go.
Hey, just so you know, this episode of Bass and Brews is brought to you by not Costco hot dogs, but by fucking Tom's Hot Dogs. It's a small hot dog stand in Wilmington, Delaware. They they do everything right. They boil their hot dogs in pig fat, exactly how you love it. So,
What's pig fat
Yeah,
called?
no.
lard,
What's beef fat called?
tallow,
What's chicken fat called?
your mom.
Yeah,
That's all I had. I don't know what's chicken fat called.
Chicken fat.
All right, cool. This fucking episode. Holy shit.
Dude, off the rails. I'm sorry. I'm such a shitty guest.
You are not a shitty guest. No,
You
we have
said it.
shitty.
No, I'm just.
Look,
Yeah, I know.
You have to own.
No,
you have
I
to
know.
own who you are to believe in what you are.
What the
Dude,
fuck is
why
that?
do you think I kept the mustache for so many years?
How come you
I
haven't
agree this
grown?
thing is a joke.
Hold on. How come you
How
haven't grown
many
a
years
full
did you have
beard?
braces? Because you have really straight upper front teeth.
It does. I know.
Or
Thank
are
you.
they implants?
Those are porcelain.
This whole side, my molars are all implants. But no, I never had braces. I
So-
knocked my teeth out a couple at a time, or got them knocked out a couple at a time, so they
Yeah.
grow in as sets instead of one at a time.
Was that because you didn't know
So
which
they
way to
never- one
point the
never-
nail gun?
No, it's because I used to run my mouth a little too much.
So this one time I was working on our deck. I completely tore our deck off and was rebuilding it. And I was putting the hurricane hangers on, and I didn't want to screw them in or hand nail them in. So I took the nail gun, my framing nail gun, and was shooting the nails in on the hurricane hangers.
What?
And we made it like 3/4 of the way through, and it was dark at this point in time in the night when we were doing it. And my neighbor was helping me, and we've been drinking a lot of liquor, and I was still running the nail gun. And you know, if anybody knows anything about a framing nail gun and putting hurricane hangers on, like that shit's got to be lined up perfectly, or
Yeah,
You have
you got
a-
aim.
you have
got
a
aim.
projectile. And I didn't line it up good, and a nail shot out, and it hit me in the eye. And I was in it, it made that nail, that metal to face sound smack. And my neighbor's like, I'm like, Can I see? Can I see? Where is it? Where's the nail? It had ricocheted right under my eye. I didn't have glasses on or anything.
Right. You didn't have the Dave glasses.
The bitch ricocheted off, and all I had was a little scrape. I survived.
Fuck me.
Yeah, it was a good time. You know what I did after that?
You gotta be right.
I kept fucking using the frame and nail gun because I wasn't gonna fucking
Because you're a fucking genius. That's exactly why. Yep.
And look, screws.
You gotta be rocking palins, dude. What? You gotta keep your palins on all the time.
Yeah.
You know? It's a safety feature. No, I'm just kidding. I'm blind as fuck. That's why I gotta wear these things. I didn't even know I was blind until like, I don't know, a year ago when I went and got my eyes checked out.
My man
had
like, you
some
drive? Revelations
all the time.
During COVID.
Yeah. Like, all the time. And they're like, you shouldn't be driving. So okay.
I would say your wife's blind as fuck, but you are a pretty handsome fella, so she probably got good eyesight.
Thank you. Yeah, she actually has worse eyesight. That's how I hooked her.
No, he's got
my wife versus me.
She's got. I listen. Honestly,
you must be able to cook good then.
No. I Facebook stalked him. He is batting way out of his league, especially with that fucking mustache. It's awful.
Yeah.
Well, they're in California. Women out there ain't got much to choose from. They got to take what the best thing first comes to them.
Yeah, but she's good enough looking to not pick him.
Yeah.
So what happened to you, Alex? How did you outkick your coverage?
How did I cornered her with free healthcare. And she was like, fuck it, I'll take a downgrade for military health care. So
not only a downgrade, but a short grade too.
Yeah.
It's like I'll
she made the
date a
long-term
short
bet.
bitch.
Yeah.
Did she make you wear heels at y'all's wedding so she wasn't taller than you?
Funny.
Did she bend down to kiss you, or did you look up to kiss her?
I did. Okay. So to be honest, I didn't have to look up because she wore heels and she didn't ask me. She's like, well, she's like about an inch taller than me, right? Maybe 2 inches. And she wore heels and she was like, is this going to be an issue? I was like, absolutely fucking not. I don't give a fuck. That gets me closer to them big ass titties. And then it came to the picture and she was like, is this going to be a problem? I'm like, no, fuck no. And so we do have some really nice ones. We have ones that aren't so nice where I'm just in them. You know what I mean? Yeah,
you didn't want to wear logger boots or nothing?
No,
unless
dude,
you had a step stool, you were motorboating a belly button, Hoss.
She ain't that much taller. But
that's so good.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck about that.
Have you ever made poot sounds on your wife's belly button? They make the best fart sounds.
They hate it when you do that.
I know.
Yeah.
I try and do it as much as I can. It just never works out.
What if your wife had an Audi? Would you still make poot sounds on her belly button?
That's
Ooh, Paul, would you suck your wife's Audi?
the silence.
Are you seriously speechless?
No, yeah.
I'm trying to think about what would happen.
All right, hold on. Let's break this down.
Yeah.
What if it? But what if
like
you
a
did?
nipple,
But
or?
what if you did that and it fell off in your mouth though?
It's not going to fall out though at that point.
Bitch, Audis fall out all the time.
No, they don't. Not when they're grown adults.
What? I mean, if you wrap a rubber band around it like bull balls, but other than that, it pretty much stays there.
Paul, let's say Mrs. Jabberhammer is like, hey, big boy, let's get this happening. So you start doing your thing. You're kissing down the body, right? You're doing your thing, starting the foreplay, right? Hey, lady listeners of Bass and Brews, control yourselves.
I pretend it was a nipple.
So that means you're just gonna
like a mama nipple or like
yeah. So like a stomach nipple.
We all have kids.
Okay.
Did y'all ever try your wife's booby milk?
That's not what we're talking about, but yes.
yeah.
From a bottle of the teat.
The teat.
Yeah. Why would you drink a bottle?
Yeah.
You're a grown adult.
Not only that, I requested, and Mandy's a smart lady, where I said, listen, I need a cream for my coffee. And she told me to go fuck. She told me to go fuck myself.
Yeah, I got that the other day too.
Yeah.
I tried something similar, and she's like, no, that's nasty.
Also, though, I went to Portland, Oregon once, And when we went to a coffee shop, it was a $2 upcharge to get breast milk.
That's cheap breast milk.
So I know that in workout forums and like workout circles, like guys that are bodybuilders or whatever, they want breast milk. Like that's a big deal. I guess there's all sorts of vitamins.
Wait,
and stuff
why are
in it,
you?
but I
No,
didn't know
they're
that they
just
would actually
those
sell it.
motherfuckers are just trying to get estrogen because they're shooting themselves up with all the hormones and fucking drugs and shit.
Also, why are you in a workout forum? Like, I don't think that's happening with you ever.
No, I have buddies who are real big in the gym, and yeah, I'd go to the gym with them sometimes because whatever, and they would tell me all these random shit, and I'm like,
Yeah,
all right, okay, cool, good to know. But
he could be right.
As you can tell, I don't go to the gym anymore.
No,
yeah,
not at
and
all.
then you're like, hey, honey, Bob, Jim, Jeremy, and Alan, since you're pregnant, we can't hang out with those folks.
Yeah,
but
because you're worried that they're going to be out there trying to get
Trevor.
booby milk from your
But
pregnant
let me
wife.
get some of that milk because I can get ripped from it.
Or let me get that milk and I'll slang that shit, and we will pay mortgage from
months.
If
your buddies came to you and says, hey, I want to buy some of your wife's boob milk, how much would you charge? How much would it cost for her to agree to sell it?
I don't know what her price is, but I'm super easy.
Go ask her.
Yeah,
go ask her.
I'm not gonna go walk back in the house.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
go
we
ask
really
her after
need
the
this.
podcast and then make a post about how much she would sell it for.
Or at least text us.
Hang on, I'll ask her right now.
Yeah.
How
Ask her on a text
much
for
would
boob milk.
you charge?
My bodybuilding friends.
We have a actually solid amount of female listeners. I don't know if this is going to alienate all of them, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, sorry, ladies. By the way, no offense. All right, I texted her because none of y'all are married to me, so you don't got to deal with me. But
I mean, so
how much would you charge for titty milk, like per bag?
This is what we think about. Sorry. This is what we think about as dudes. Like, how much is that actually worth?
Hey, what if you took some milk next time you went fishing and you dipped your worms or you dipped your booby milk from your wife and you dipped your worms or your jig or something in it like you would like garlic and you started catching fish on that shit?
That's how Max was built.
What would we do with that? Would we sell? You'd have to have a endless. You'd have to have a milk, not a milkmaid. What were they called back in the day?
A milkmaid. A milkmaid. Jesus.
Okay, well, I got your answer.
Okay.
She said she would charge $10 a bag, and I was like, $10, more like
that's
$50.
That's not worth the time. Bro, that's like, I mean,
listen,
to pump a bag is like 30 minutes at $10. It's like $5 an hour. Hell no, bitch. You got shit, but that's at least $75 a bag.
Nope. If you guys,
I like your price better.
If you guys are looking for the best scent on the market, this episode is brought to you by Wolf of Walmart's wife. She's gonna sell you a $10 bag of scent. So.
She's probably never gonna hear this. So
no,
okay.
She's never gonna listen.
This episode's gonna drop. She's like, "What about your podcast episode?" They lost all the audio, honey. It didn't. It didn't happen.
All right. So here's the question. So you've done some social media stuff, this and that with fishing.
Alex is drunk. His words are starting to get longer.
Does your wife give a shit about it at all, or no?
About fishing? What's the question again, Alex? I'm sorry, I didn't get it. I didn't listen.
He got it.
Well, I don't want to know what he's about to answer, so ask it again.
No, I'm good.
Coherently.
Okay.
Dave, what the hell did he just ask you?
He asked me if my wife's supporting like me doing social media and fishing.
Okay.
She does. She does.
Okay.
She does support it. She doesn't mind it. She does the same thing with running. And we had this conversation. I've had this conversation with tons of people. Like my personal belief is people's social media is whether it's fishing or family, they're just promoting something anyway. So why don't you promote something that you love? And I'm not going to sit there and put my family everywhere on the internet, but I will post pictures occasionally. But I'd rather promote something like fishing. Not that I don't love my family, but I don't want to promote my family. I'd rather promote fishing.
Will she still support you if next week you came up and said, I'm quitting my job and going to do social media full time? Or would that be like the line she wouldn't cross for support for your social media addiction?
So I have a rare house for California. We have a basement, and that's exactly where I would end up if I ever said any of those words. She would not be down at all. That would be a big no-no.
Look, next week you need to set up some cameras in the house and be very serious and sit down and tell her that that's what you're doing, and we need a reaction video.
Oh, dude, that's money.
I think that can be arranged. Actually, I got some cameras and stuff. I can do something like that.
If I did that with my wife, she wouldn't believe me for 1 second. So it would be terrible.
Listen, no, she would never.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, are you naming this? Are you naming this the breast milk episode?
Oh shit! Do we put that on there? How much breast milk to catch fish?
No.
Dude, your hook set would be mean, dude.
Hey, Dave. What's your favorite rod and reel combo?
Nobody gives a shit about that. That's not why we are on
right now. Right now, yeah, I know, right? Right now, I'm really into my. I got a Dobbins 744 worm and jig rod with. I got the Daiwa, the new Daiwa Elite, the flip pitch reel. It's pretty much my go-to right now. I love that reel. I love that rod. I know a lot of people are Shimano fans. I got nothing against Shimano. I have some, but that's my combo right now, straight up.
Okay.
When you need to get a kayak, I need to see you start fishing from the water and not the shore.
I know, man. I know. That's the goal. That's what we were talking about earlier, trying to set up something where I could do that whole journey.
She makes so much more money than you. Just ask her for an allowance.
Yeah. Yes. That would not go down either. My allowance would be
of Walmart misses. Give him an allowance for a kayak.
Hey, all I know is that his garage is very well organized. I'm proud of you.
Well, appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Yep.
All right. We are at the point. We're going to get to the shotgun round. You know how this works, Wolf.
Wrong one. Yeah. Never mind. Wrong one. Shit. I changed up all my buttons. I can't remember where half of them are.
All right. Before we get to this, because you're going to hit to the brewskis, as you know, because you're one of them. Fuck it. It's weird talking to a brewski on this one, but
Alex, it is amazing how quick you go from not drunk to drunk.
Well, I'm drunk as fuck now.
I know, but like it literally happens in the blink of an eye.
Does it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you're okay, you're okay, and then you turn into turn into swamp rat.
Well, you
real quick.
This, son. No, go ahead. You handle it, man.
Dave,
hang on, let me get a drink for this. Hang on.
All right, go get a bubbly for it.
A buble.
Yeah, it's buble.
I think I feel attacked. So you handle this then, Paul.
Oh,
Dave, what is
dude?
The
you're
journey?
not from California. You can't say something like that.
No,
Dave, what is the journey that has brought you here to where
we're not doing that?
Today?
We already did that.
We're past that.
You weren't here. Yeah.
Did you ask it right?
I did.
No, you didn't.
Skateboarding, COVID,
Dave,
fishing.
we're at the point in time in the podcast where you get to shout out all your sponsors, all the people who love you and support you, and make your life as an angler what your life is as a person.
That's very deep. That's
what she said.
The deepest I've ever heard. So obviously, Zach and Josh over at Dark Horse Tackle, they have really helped me out ever since I started. Thank you.
That's our live audience, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, live audience. My wife, Kelly, she's awesome. My buddy, Andy Dwyer, he's really what got me.
Wiener
fingers. You guys. Yeah, Wiener Fingers Andy.
Glizzy Fingers.
My buddy Parker, my buddy Todd, everybody that goes fishing with me, because most of my friends skateboard. I don't have a whole lot of fishing buddies. My homie Chris, he'll come hit the creek with me every now and then. Like, yeah, dude. I just appreciate everybody that's been around. My sponsors are basically my friends.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. All right, Alex, take it away. Do the intro so I can play the intro music.
All right, so we're gonna hit. Yeah.
Damn it.
He fucked up. He's just...
Dude, this is the best.
That's so awful. It's so bad. I'm gonna throw you off here with because I know you know the show. Heel flip or kick flip?
Kick flip.
My man. All
All
right.
day.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. Either
Go
one
ahead,
of them.
Paul.
This is the part of the show that the Brewskis are going to judge you the most. It's going to take you to the highest of highs of the serious angler, or it is going to take you to the depths of the dark waters.
We already covered that.
The shotgun round.
He's trying to get us he's trying to get us hammered on non-monetized so many times.
Wacky rig or Texas rig?
Texas rig all day.
No
question
Shove
asked.
it or pop shove it?
Ooh, pop shove it.
Okay. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah.
Crocs or flops?
Flops.
50-50 or 5-0?
5-0s. Single truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you spending more on a rod or a reel?
Forgot. I forgot about this question. Rod. I
forgot about
reels-
this question.
I forgot about this. Reels. I'll crank them on reels, whether it's a 6-3-1 Shimano or a 8-3-1 Luz. It don't matter. But like my rods are like specific.
Mhm.
So rod all day.
Nose or tail slide?
Tail side.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No. No pineapple on pizza.
Mm.
No.
I don't
If
like
I want
that.
sweet and salty, I'll put syrup on fried chicken.
What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, I would never put pineapple on pizza.
But you're going to
I know
put some
I'm from
fucking Aunt
California.
Jemima on some goddamn fried chicken?
You never put syrup on your chicken?
That's good as fuck.
I might put honey, but I ain't put no fucking syrup.
Bro, have you ever tried honey on pizza?
Bitch, I've tried honey on anything you can put in your mouth.
Don't say that.
No,
that,
I said it.
that leaves way too many memes for later.
I said it. I meant what I said, and I said what I did.
Wolf of Wall
Yeah.
Street. I'd like a meme on him sucking a honeycomb.
Nope.
That's wieners.
Wolf of Walmart, we need a meme of Alex putting honey on an Audi and then licking it off.
Wolf of Wall Street. We need. Oh, I keep saying Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Walmart. We need a
I'm a little
meme
more trashy.
of Alex sucking honey off of.
My toes.
Yes, exactly.
I actually already have a toe template ready.
He's
so
like,
that
I got a
that's
toe
perfect.
template.
Hey, on the way to go fishing, hype music or slow jams?
Ooh, hype music.
What does that mean to you?
Ooh, I'm very I like it all. So I mean, I'll be throwing on Young Jeezy all the way down to Iron Maiden. Like, keep me moving the whole time.
Okay.
Do you eat largemouth
Girl,
bass?
hold on.
Oh.
We're not there yet.
Oh.
Girl skateboards or Element.
Girl.
Okay. My man.
Girl. I'm
My
actually
man.
I'm skating a girl right now. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Paul.
Skeet, skeet, skeet.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Yeah.
Timberlands or Nikes?
Nikes.
I said Nike because I couldn't remember the other fucking shoe that you weirdo skate people wear.
Oh, you talking about skate shoes? Oh, so it goes, is it Etnies or Vans?
Vans, that was the one I was thinking.
Oh, yeah. Vans.
Do you
Vans.
super
I
glue?
skated a lot of S back in the day.
Do you super glue your Vans shoestrings to the shoe, or do you tie them in a bow?
Nobody did that. Nobody did that.
Nobody fucking asked you.
I did.
So
You
I actually did that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'd super glue the stitching and the laces.
See?
Well,
Boom,
I mean, you
motherfucker.
would slap the super glue on the lacings, right? Or, but not on the actual. Anyways,
Hey,
Yeah.
have you ever eaten beaver?
Well, if you've ever had vanilla, you've eaten beaver butthole. So I mean, I technically have even eaten beaver
That's
butthole.
100% not fucking true. That's
Okay.
that's an old wives' tale.
wait, say that
Vanilla
again.
comes from the goddamn vanilla bean, not a beaver butthole.
I know. No, it depends on the type of beaver, man. Like,
What do you
there's
mean?
one that gnaws on wood and one that gnaws on my patience, and I'd rather eat the one that gnaws on my patience.
Oh, I thought, what patient? Are you a nurse?
Doctor.
I can't right now.
Do you eat largemouth basses?
Nope.
Asshole.
Nope.
All right,
I
Alex,
fish out
you
of
can
ponds,
you can
dude.
do the last one. This is all you. Do I need to play the music again?
Yeah, go ahead and play it. No, nobody cares. I am still recovering. Every great angler loves a good sandwich. What are your top 3 sandwich proteins?
Roast beef.
Kid,
Oh,
I
man.
didn't end it.
Oh, no, fuck it.
No,
I
he's got
love
to
it.
answer. He's got to answer.
Oh,
All right,
no,
top 3
I
sandwich
answered
proteins.
it.
Top 3 sandwich proteins.
Oh,
Hurry before Alex fucks it up.
roast beef, bologna, and peanut butter.
He didn't end it.